Back. It's becoming a familiar refrain for us lately, a fierce winter storm wreaking havoc on city roads. This time it's in British Columbia's lower mainland, and this weekend the region saw snow, rain, and extremely icy roads. CTV's Peter Granger has more.
Driving was treacherous almost everywhere in the lower mainland in the past 24 hours. Roads were either like glass or choked with snow. The problems began overnight. Snow fell in some areas, everywhere else it rained. Then it cooled off, leaving roads slick with ice. The worst accident was in Coquitlam. One person died after spinning out of control on United near the Boulevard Casino.
Very slick, very icy. And while we were standing here, another vehicle coming westbound lost control and hit the curb and suffered extensive damage.
Also in Coquitlam, it was ice and fire at this dramatic scene at Warwick and Cape Horn. The two-car crash resulted in minor injuries to the drivers, but the cars were goners. In Surrey, this vehicle skidded. The driver was okay, but the power pole was sheared in half. This fire truck was en route to an accident when it flipped overnight in Maple Ridge, tearing down hydro lines. 2,400 people lost power. The firefighters were okay.
It's fortunate we have a very strict training policy of everyone wearing seatbelts, and that paid off.
This morning they righted the fire truck, but the chief says it's a write-off. Luckily, Maple Ridge has a new truck. They were retiring this one this week. The contrast in conditions from community to community was crazy. Our stationary North Shore camera caught this shot of Vancouver at noon. It was sunny downtown, cool but pleasant. At exactly the same time 10 kilometers east at Boundary and Kingsway, our camera caught this, pretty snowy. Flip to our Surrey camera, it was complete whiteout. The storm advanced from south to north, leaving chaos in its wake. Like in New Westminster, at 20th and Marine, vehicles of all kinds were having trouble getting up and downhill. Buses were sidelined, resulting in long waits at bus stops. Driving for most was out. All that was left to do was walk or stay home and do the shoveling.
Oh, it's nice. Nice. Good exercise. I kind of like it.
Peter Granger, CTV News, Vancouver.
Well, the wild weather is covering most of Western Canada, and we'll have more on the deep freeze hitting Alberta later in this newscast. The family of a murdered Canadian teenager is abandoned.